FASET is hands down the best experience you can have at Georgia Tech.
FASET is fun. I think that's probably the number one word I would use just because it's so high energy, even if you're not a high energy person.
FASET is the most adrenaline and caffeine-filled summer with 100 new friends, and it's an absolutely amazing experience.
You meet so many people, so many leaders on campus that otherwise I would never have met, and it really stands for so much that there's a little bit for everyone really. There's a lot of crazy things going on over the summer, but there's a lot of really deep stuff and activities that you do with other leaders and during FASET that you get to learn a lot about other people and yourself too.
On top of that, FASET is heartwarming every single day because you know that even if you're not having a life-changing conversation, or even if you are just handing out pizza or lunches, you're still being the face of the institute and really helping Georgia Tech become what it deserves to.
My best memory from being a FASET leader 2 years ago was actually to be a part of Life Stories the first time that it ever happened. I can go up and to share my journey through Georgia Tech with incoming students was really powerful. And also just be able to be there every single time that all 9 other leaders went up there and told their story.
And the best part of being a FASET leader is having someone from FASET 1 in the beginning of July text you in mid-August letting you know that something that you did as their FASET leader helped them find their way at Georgia Tech. It's easily the most rewarding part of the experience.
I would say my most impactful moment in FASET was getting to work with parents when I was a leader. It was a really great time to see these parents who were in a really nervous stage of their life letting go of something really important to them, but being reassured by leaders who are like, your students are going to be okay, we have the resources here for them, and also knowing that there are things for parents at Georgia Tech as well.
My best memory from FASET is this past summer when I ran into a student who clearly looked lost and ended up talking to her for what I thought would be a 5-minute conversation. But it turns out that she was exactly in the same position that I was in coming into Tech. Same major, same interests, same extracurriculars she was interested in. And our conversation ended up turning into one that lasted 2 hours that night. And the next morning, her mom tried to find me all day and eventually found me before she and her daughter were leaving just to thank me and tell me that they felt really reassured that she was coming back.
So FASET was one of the big things that led to a lot of other leadership I was able to have at Georgia Tech. I would say I gained a lot of confidence during FASET, knowing more about Georgia Tech, having more confidence in what I know about Georgia Tech, and it just gave me the chance to meet a lot of people, see the different types of people at Tech, and really be confident in my leadership to lead others in a direction that was relatively positive. So it was definitely so impactful to my time at Tech, and I don't know where I would really be without it.
FASET has opened up a lot of doors for me, and I'm not just talking about other organizations, leadership positions. It opened up a lot of doors for me socially. I met a lot of my best friends through FASET over the summer I spent with them.
I really learned who I was as a leader, what I can be as a leader, what I can do as a leader, and where I needed to improve as a leader. So if you think that you want to answer any of those questions, be a FASET leader. It will help you learn it.
Because of FASET, I am a better leader, I'm a better person, I'm a better friend, and it's taught me to be a better Yellow Jacket and look forward to every aspect of my Georgia Tech experience as a student and look forward to coming back and giving back to the school as an alumna. You should be a FASET leader because it'll literally change your life. And that sounds super cliche and dumb because you may not even know what FASET is right now. But I think you should apply because it teaches you how to be a better leader, teaches you how to interact with people in so many different situations. It opens up your knowledge of Georgia Tech and makes you even more excited to go to this institute. And you'll leave the summer knowing so much more about yourself, growing so much as a person, and falling even more in love with Georgia Tech.
You should become a FASET leader for a lot of reasons, but I guess the biggest reason is FASET, because Georgia Tech gives a lot of opportunities to you. It opens a lot of doors, and it's a small way to give back to Georgia Tech, to thank everybody here for everything they're doing for you.
Get to learn more about yourself when you become a FASET leader because you feel like you're in a position of guidance for all these new students. So you learn more about your leadership style, your strengths and weaknesses, and you can work on it all summer. And it's just a very rewarding experience that not only helps the other new students, but also you.
You should be a FASET leader because you're going to make some of the best friends of your life. and they're going to be people that you never would have met otherwise. And then outside of that, you get this super fulfilling experience. You're getting to work with these new students and help them become more invested in the student that you've already come to love.